Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy Brief video. I've got for you a JP Livestream Summary, and this one's actually, there actually is some information here we need to know. So this is where they're going for the future of the game. So if you're new to the game, every so often they'll swing the tide around from one side to the other. For a while it's been TDH, and TDH has been pretty much the mandatory where most units are being forced into TDH to get the variants. Now the tide's been swung over to the other end for True Dual Wield. And yes, you may already know or may not know that True Dual Wield went up from 200 to 400%, but now they get an additional bonus, but currently only for one unit, which we talked about here. As of this video, that may change. They may give that onto everybody eventually, I think. But Rain is here. This is a new CG Rain, and this one, unlike other ones, I believe this one will be definitely meta because this guy is the first to have 8 times cap. Now, we're all familiar with the cap, right? 600% is the max currently on global and as of now on GP until this update comes out. And this guy gets 8 times cap and also 200%, 400% true to it. I'm pretty sure that this guy's gonna be the hardest hitter, even if he's a chainer and he does not have as many mods as say Deus or Tyvus at max power or Balthier or stuff like that. I think he's gonna be the hardest hitter just because of all the things that he can do. Like for example, like I said, 8 times cap, True Dual Wield. He has 200% True Dual Wield already, it looks like. He's got the 150% fire amp and things like that. And also there's a free, I think it might show you here later, but there's a free sword for him as well. That'll give him an additional 500 flat attack, I believe. And his leader skill is, it's gonna be very funny to say this, but 500% for fire or FFBE. So this is, they're getting out of the anniversary unit stuff, now they're just for FFBE. So even for global players, this will definitely be very lucrative. Because yes, fire is not the complete meta like it used to be in global, but eventually it will become back. Eventually fire will become meta again on global, and this guy will definitely be best in slot. 500% attack and magic, and if you're not familiar with leader skills, check out my leader skill video, but very briefly, this is not a buff. This is the pre-battle stat buff. It is, I mean, I guess you can like, if you dictionary terms, I guess you can consider this a buff. But it's not an in-battle buff, it doesn't overlap on anything. It's before the battle, you can see all the stat gains. And once you go into battle, it's there. There's no field effect or anything, it can't be dispelled. Even if the leader goes KO'd, it's still up, so it's quite a strong one. This is a little bit better than Deus because it's 200% instead of 100% attack, defense and spirit, and it's much more wide range because it's for fire and FFBE, so that's a pretty wide range. So his STMR has 240 attack, not the highest, but it is pretty high, and also 500 flat attack for himself, which actually he'll benefit quite a bit from for True Dual Wield. So that's quite good. And like I said, there's a sword out there that'll give him another additional 500 flat attack as well. So quite good. And here's the chart here. He'll now have 800% cap on this chart here. As you can see, it's going up. I believe that says that's only for rain, maybe. And this card is obviously premium. I'm assuming it's for fire units only. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's nothing that special. It's basically Knight of Grandchild's Vision card, but a slightly more attack and magic. That's about it. There isn't much else special about that. There's a new Fina, but sadly, yet again, the new Fina is just kind of bare bones, nothing really that special. She's basically the Immotile, the Ihana, the Rosa copy and clone, but she's fire instead. And her stat buffs are not very high, as you can see there. Her LB, SLB are just, the stat gains are just not there. She has killers on cooldown, but they might be locked behind EX3, I'm not sure. Usually they are. So with that being said, moving on. She's really, I mean, she's not premium at least. She's not premium because look at the vision card. It is pretty standard. And nothing special there, but at least She has the 100% fire amp, but it's only for one ally, so global wins in that regard for Sylvie. In that regard, so usual king mug, and I believe there's actually more lapis than normal, I believe, or maybe it's the same. There's 3,700 lapis for this king mug event, which is pretty nice. And the rate ups, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. This is quite nice though. Look at this one here though. Now this one might be the actual anniversary event, because these rewards are actually quite good. That bottom one. I'm not sure if you're gonna, I don't know what it's gonna take to do that bottom part. Look at that bottom part. That New Vision ticket. You guys will have that blue ticket there with the shard in the middle. I think that's very tempting. The top one is also very good. Because you can get rain in there. I mean, very unlikely. Very, very unlikely, but it's possible. He's there. And you also can get some non-premium Frina shards. She's not premium. It's kind of, you know, usually we're kind of just used to her being premium nowadays, but she's not this time. And, oh, this ticket here will allow you to pick these characters here. So it's not just any character, but it is some characters. Van Harma might be an option just in case you never got him, or Ihana, which I will be picking. If you can pick, and it's not just random, Ihana would definitely be the pick for me because she still has some killers in there. For JP, she'll be fine. And for the shard one, you got Ihana there as well. And for some strange reason, she's not part of the ticket selection, but she's part of the shard selection. You see the Spirit Girl right here, and she's getting a crown buff already. I mean, she was not released that long ago, but now she has, and I think that they're really afraid to do this, or they're just gonna give out a unit eventually. But this girl here now has 150% Ice Imperil on her SLB, 145% on her regular LB. So they're very afraid of giving 160% Ice Imperil for you know who. You know how bad, at least on JP, I mean, I guess on Global, I mean, Regina probably will make some splashes eventually, but on JP, she's making so many splashes that they have to basically build balance around her. Specifically, they won't give out any real ice buffers, because the last one, the Frost Veritas, was kind of mediocre. And the one before that, Celeste. So they're really balancing the game around just not giving Regina a whole lot of stuff. They finally give her a little bit, but still not the 160%. So 150%, I'll still cope with that a little bit there. And the free crown event is here for her. Very nice. And here's the maximum copium for cog holders, like myself. He's getting some upgrades. And, I mean, it's okay. Of course, I'll be reviewing him in total when the information is out, but he just seems okay. And since we're going away from the TDH into the True Dual, I'm not sure how well he's going to hold up. But his crowns are here. And here's the free sword, like I mentioned, from this event here. 200 attack, not as high as his STMR, but it's okay. And it gives him 50% LB damage, which is very nice, and then 500 flat attack as well. So you might be wondering, why don't just dual wield 2 of his STMRs? Well, sadly they don't stack. So this is definitely a very good alternative, and I don't think there's anything better than this other than, like, I don't think even this Dark Vision one-handed sword will be able to compete with this sword because it gives 500 flat attack, which might be benefit them more. Here's this boss rush thing again. I haven't even started the first one. But they're doing these boss rushes now where you get to fight a whole bunch of hard bosses, and believe me, they actually are pretty hard. And you get some lapis and a trophy. And the stuff that I've already mentioned in the previous live stream summary is that there's a Dark Vision's currently on way, and if you can get into rank 3000 or lower, and apparently only 1,000 people can get into this next event. I don't know why they're restricting it so much. But if you do get into it, you get this Hayu for everybody. And they're not really telling us who he is. I mean, not who he is, but what he can do. And then the rest of the stuff, I mean, we've already known about all that kind of stuff. But now they're letting us pick these characters. And one of them may be wondering, who's that? Who's that first one there? She never appeared on Global. She's nothing super special. I think I've actually made a video on her one time. She's a light chainer. in the 5-star era, she's decent. She's not super incredible, but she was decent. I made her look pretty good in one of my videos. So her being pickable is now nice for people who missed out on her just for collectible value. And here's a big buff, and we needed this kind of a buff for sure. Conchira's STMR is being upgraded to slightly higher stats, and 100% magic and physical true to wield. We needed this, especially for mages. This is definitely the best in slot for mages going forward. This will definitely make gearing a whole lot easier. So if you have a whole bunch of 5-star Conchiras, you better start hoarding. You better start getting a lot of these STMRs, because her STMR went from bland and uninspiring and not useful to best in slot easily in the true dual meta. Easily best in slot. So get those Conchiras, guys. I'm sure you got a lot of them, even if you haven't played for very long. I'm sure she's popped up eventually. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below with that fire 500% attack and magic for FFBE or fire units for rain, and 8 times cap for rain. Even if his modifiers are only like 500 times, even with a mod boost, I think he's gonna out hit most units just because that's so insanely high. I never thought they would reach a higher cap. I always thought that 600% was the highest, and now they're gonna go even higher. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how my comment aged, because I believe like very quickly. I believe my translator in my Discord said that only for rain is only getting it currently. So I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I mean, like, it might be, he might just have a passive where he has it unlocked, similar to how we had chain caps unlocked before for certain units and things like that. So anyways, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.